Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bills and the Eagles. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down the kickoff, and we should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, the Bills have been a team trending upwards the last few years. They did take a couple of devastating losses to KC in the playoffs the last 2 seasons, but here they are seeking that elusive first-ever Super Bowl title.
And remember the history of this franchise, partner. They had been there 4 times in the 90s. Super Bowls 25, 26, 27, 28 without a victory. Somewhere, their quarterback, Jim Kelly, their runner, Thurman Thomas, their head coach, Marv Levy, they have to be smiling watching this team go for their first Super Bowl title.
Meanwhile, it took until Super Bowl 52 for the Eagles to lift the Lombardi Trophy for the first time, and not too many players are left from that squad 5 years ago, but this new group is looking to write a new chapter of Eagles lore.
Yeah, we certainly all remember that performance in the win over New England. Nick Foles.
The hype and the talk is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by Dak Prescott, who burst onto the scene back in 2016 as the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and now in his 7th NFL campaign.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to...
And right away, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Now Allen going to back away and call a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, it's Allen. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Oh, what a move. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Three yards remain for 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. Play action now, Prescott. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
A first down throw for Prescott. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Prescott to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them. All right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Allen toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To the air, Allen. This ball complete to the tight end, Sweeney. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Allen. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Allen. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Singletary, they'll run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. On first down, they stick with Singletary. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Working with a 2nd and 4. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. Tackled by Avonte Maddox. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Throwing now is Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive here with Gainwell. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It fights him off. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. A pause here for an injured player, and this would be an important one. Von Miller in some discomfort on the field right now. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Off play action. Allen. He finds his man. That's Sweeney. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. That one goes for 8 yards.
If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Allen now on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Another run here with Sanders. 47 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of this Super Bowl. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. A quick throw there going to be batted away at incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. The Sanders has got it complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 7-6 our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the 2nd quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Allen going to throw. And Diggs has it. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle but couldn't spring himself free. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Prescott. Stocker's got it, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So first and 10 now from the 30. An option handoff given to Sanders. Fast footwork by Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. Over the middle to Smith. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have regained the lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on third and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And here come the Bills. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 2 yards, good enough for a first.
They got completion there. That's clearly an example. One side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Allen to throw once more. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. He'll get it inside the 20, and he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. To the air, Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead in this Super Bowl. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like the memory was a little too long there.
After the touchdown pass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. This offense returns to the field. And the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 98 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. They run with Sanders off the option. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before. And I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it. So they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with first and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now Prescott. Caught on the slant. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal.
Brandon perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off deep.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Eagles have yet again retaken the lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. On third down, they go with Singletary. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Allen gets this one to Morris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw again on second down. Allen. He finds his man. That's Sweeney. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Allen. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. On the move to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. The kick by Bass is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. This ball complete to the tight end, Sweeney. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This time they stay on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throwing an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. They'll go option on second down, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dak Prescott, 29 yards. And the Eagles will extend their third quarter lead here in the Super Bowl. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bills offense back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back.
Singletary loses it, and the Eagles have recovered. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. On second down, Gainwell looking for space. Down inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
How How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown in this Super Bowl. And the Eagles are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's old records there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. But here comes Diggs. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bills ready to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Allen's throw is complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Singletary here running out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's caught by Davis. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25 on 2nd down. Allen right back to Davis. It's complete. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills get a bit closer. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Allen will try to throw for it. That's caught. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Prescott.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
Oh, that's a big let-off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Six yards there on the keeper at 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott.
Quick slant here to Smith.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Eagles are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is caught. It's Davis.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They'll give this to Singletary running right. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. On 2nd and 9. Allen, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. 20, 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Elliott now to have the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and they score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Buffalo set to get the football back here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle, and he'll be brought down here at the 28. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And he'll just get rid of it. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And again, it's Allen. He's got the hookup with Diggs. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. To the air, Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. From the 27, Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Here's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. An option handoff given to Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and they will take over 1st and 10. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seen the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. Now they go screen. It's complete. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Allen going to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he finds his man. That's Sweeney. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. 4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Singletary trying the left side, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Allen. Gotta have this one. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. One final try here for Allen. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 132 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 35. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Holding offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Hard throw, incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bills going to take over again on offense. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, this ball complete to the tight end, Sweeney. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Allen's throw is complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And Davis has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. After the sack on 1st down, Allen. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down. And bringing it in, it's Davis. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And here's Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.